What's up, guys? Sleepy Jirachi here, and guess what? Arceus. That is what. Now, by now, I do have my video up on how to basically get any Pokemon you want, whether it's shiny or not. And here is shiny Arceus for those who wanted to see him. Wow. He actually looks extremely impressive. I thought he was just white with like a golden outside. But he's literally like... Wow. Time to feed him a cupcake. Oh my god. Like, are those his eyes? Yeah, they blink, right? They just blinked? Yeah, they're his eyes. We got him. We got you. Let me touch your fucking goldenness. Just feeding God cupcakes into me. Feeding shiny God. Now, I literally just received him through the method that I have on my channel. So, he is level 100 from the Unova region. Hidden power. Very interesting. And we are going to give him plates that are in here somewhere. I would like to see... I don't have all of the plates, but I have enough to make this interesting. We can start... Ooh, the pixie plate. We can start with the flame plate. And then just go check him out into me. And we'll do every single plate, because why not? Look at him. That's just awesome looking. Yes, I see you. Please, let me feed you cupcakes. So there is Fire Arceus. Arceus is a really interesting Pokemon, you know. Because, like... Wait for it. There's the Victini. I have a video of him, too, if you want to go check that out on my channel. Oh, I have 998 flame plates. Now let's look at the Zap plate. We'll go through each and every one that I have. I don't have all 19 of the type plates, but I have enough. I feel like I just said that. Anyway, I was gonna say, Arceus is really cool. This doesn't look too much different from normal Arceus shiny. It's really interesting how they added a god into Pokemon itself. Obviously, it's not intended to be the god, but he is said to be the creator of the universe, as well as some other fun stuff. So, doing the metal plate now. He created the time, space, whatever's. Like, Palkia is the space god, Dialga is the time god. He created them. He created emotions themselves. It is assumed he created humans, and even created Mew, but, you know, it never directly said that he created Mew. It is assumed that Mew, little history, that Mew, no, I want this, was in abundance originally. Like, Arceus must have created the universe, and he must have made Mew, and Mew was in abundance everywhere, and Mew has this weird ability to, like, turn into other things, transform into things. Ooh, this one looks cool. Icicle plate? Get it? Cool. Icicle? Haha! I didn't even mean that. Unintentional puns. But anyway, Mew was all over the place, and slowly Mew turned into everything else. Mew, essentially, itself is made to look like a fetus, a human fetus. Not exactly human, anything really, because all the fetuses really look the same. Oh, I have a lot of those too. Let's give him a toxic plate, see what that looks like. So yeah, Mew is essentially a fetus, which is a stepping stone to turn into everything else. That is, oopsies. That is the reason that Mew knows transform, because it has the ability to just turn into something from stem cells. Stem cells are cells that can actually be made. I don't know if I'm completely correct on this, but stem cells are cells that can be made or turn into any other cell, and it's assumed like that's what an embryo is mostly made of before it's actually formed. And so Arceus created Mew, and Mew slowly evolved into everything else. That one was kind of cool looking too. He used Transform, and it's assumed over time he just like became everything else. And Mew's that I guess like just became Ditto's. Like Ditto is probably the closest ancestor to Mew. Mew is like an ancient Pokemon. But it can also be believed that he just formed from life the same way science explains. And that... This one looks alright. Oh, you full? Nerd. He's adorable, though. What was I say? Oh yeah, it's also assumed that Arceus maybe didn't create Mew. Without the God Complex, there is evolution, and that Mew just came from... I don't know, what is evolution? Germs that appeared out of nowhere? I don't really know all that heebie-jeebies. I just know that it's basically evolution versus Arceus. Arceus obviously does not evolve. It is believed that the gods of Pokemon... You nerd! I just love how he watches it drop, and then he's like, what? Like, what's wrong with you? Yeah, I forget where I was going with my little time-space trilogy. We're almost done with the plates. If you really want to see all of them, you can keep watching. I'm sorry if I'm not doing this fast enough. I was having fun telling my history lesson. I'm actually very into lore, video game lore, especially Pokemon lore. Pokemon and the Elder Scrolls, like Skyrim and shit. I love the lore in that game. That is... Like, I used to, like, fucking read that shit for fun, for no reason. Like, people actually connect all that shit. And I read it, and I figure stuff out, and I used to mod it and stuff, and I used to always want to, like, make, like, the Daedric realms. That's also slightly off topic of Arceus. But yeah, I'm also interested in Pokemon lore. Spooky play. Ooh. And Arceus is a big piece of Pokemon lore, and that's why he's pretty important to me. And I'm really glad. I think they did a really fantastic job with Arceus. Like, if they were going to pick any Pokemon to be the god of all Pokemon, it's definitely a fucking, like, base 800 fucking ass that Arceus is. He might be 700. Is it 700? 6 times 20. 720, maybe? 6 times 20. 5 times 20. 6 times... Yeah, so base 720. Imagine if you got a Mega, though. That's what I'm saying, like, Arceus' Mega would be so insane. Because I picture it, like, a lot of people say, like, oh, maybe, like, Protein? Protein? I don't know how do you guys pronounce that? Protein? Protein? Like, your ninja's ability. And Kecleon. How it changes type, and it basically would change, like, plate. It would. I picture our Mega Arceus as having the plates float all around it, and it would change plate depending on, like, the type, and it would change its color depending on the protein, like what it changes to with protein, you know what I mean? You get where I'm going with this? So, like, that's how I picture a Mega Arceus, or I also picture it just having the ability to basically become any type on command. How I picture, we're almost done with these. How I picture Deoxys' Mega was, you Mega Evolve, and then where the Mega Evolve button used to be, after it Mega Evolves, it's a form button, and you click it, and you change your form, depending on, like where the moves are, the forms would go up, like normal, attack, defense, whatever, and you would change your form, and you can attack all in the same turn, and that would make Deoxys extremely overpowered, obviously, with the 100 fucking stat boost that comes with being a Mega. He would be insanely, like, Ubers, but I'm just saying, like, that would be really cool for a Mega Deoxys, because Deoxys should be able to change his form on whenever he wants, and we have to, in the game, we're limited to, the thing, and that's what I'm saying for Arceus. You should be able to... Oh, no. Pixie Plate, that's the last one. You got the Fairy-type Arceus. Fairy-type Shiny Arceus. That's what I'm saying for Arceus, is you should be able to change your form. If you have all the plates, you should be able to change your plate on command. Because he's God. Obviously, it would be OP, overpowered as hell, but, like, I'm just saying, he's God. He should be able to do this shit. Like, this is stuff that God should be able to do. This one seems very, like... Because the Shiny is, like, so golden. It's kind of girly. Okay, I just talked straight for like that entire time. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm glad I got to show you guys Shiny Arceus. And make sure to leave a like, and I'll see you guys later.